So, this video is not going to be exactly Halo related, but it is related to I'm going to call it a feature that's in Halo 5, which is the Rec Pack microtransaction system. Now, you've heard me bang on about it quite a bit, but I initially thought that it may have been 343, just putting the Rec Packs in to get extra money. And now I can see that it's not so much 343 as it is Microsoft. For those of you who don't know, Gears of War 4 recently announced that it was going to have microtransactions in a very, very similar style to the way Halo 5 did microtransactions, albeit with a Hearthstone sort of crafting system so that it's not absolute bullshit and you can get what you want if you want it. But they're still following the same suit. Obviously, the microtransactions have done well enough in Halo 5 for Microsoft to realise, oh, we can actually make an awful lot of money doing this. And I mean, I've bought a few rec packs in the past, mostly the HCS, the Optic Gaming ones, the EG ones, the CLG ones, the CLG ones. Mainly because they had some exclusive content that I actually wanted, and they helped support esports teams that I enjoyed watching. But I'm not really a fan of Gears of War as much as I am a fan of Halo. It doesn't mean I don't like the game, we'll probably get some content on it when it comes out. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to buy it yet or not. But the addition of the card system has made me lose a lot of hope in Gears of War 4. In the fact that it's probably going to be a very similar system to the Rex in that there will be some cards that are not craftable and that you have to just grind and play, or just pay money in order to skip all that. Now, I don't really see the point in paying to skip unless it's one of those little mobile games where you have to wait 2 weeks to, collect some gold from your gold farm or whatever. And I don't think that it really has a place. I mean, Gears of War has done really well before with Gears of War 3's purchasable weapon skins that, they did really well. They made the multiplayer a little more interesting, people could show off that, oh, I liked this skin, so I've got it. Whereas now, it's going to go down the same system where, from what we've seen, there are no accomplishment-based customization options. They haven't told us of any yet, and I'm sure that's something they would tell us, because that was one of the biggest outcries from Halo 5's rec system, is that there wasn't enough achievement customization options. We didn't get, helmets for completing the game on Legendary or anything like that. It was all rec packs. All rec packs. All designed to get you to buy the rec packs. And it seems that Gears of War 4 is going to go the same way. And I, for one, am not happy about that. It's pretty much put me off buying Gears of War 4, because the campaign is probably my favourite part. But I do enjoy the multiplayer as well, and I don't want to have to go through a rec system, especially if they go with a gameplay changing system. If it's just cosmetics, I'll be alright with that. If it's unlocking actual weapons in the game, say, you want to unlock the bolt shot pistol, you have to get it in a card pack or whatever they're calling them. Oh boy. The multiplayer is going to suck big time. It didn't seem that way in the multiplayer beta, but they hadn't even announced the card system back then, so who knows. So, another Microsoft Studios game that has this same sort of microtransaction system, albeit not on launch, it had it later on, about 3 months after the game came out, is Forza 6. It has, admittedly, a very well-tuned progression system, which means that the microtransactions are pretty much pointless. And I'd like to think, although I have no evidence to base this on, that the developers said that they didn't want to tune the system to make microtransactions more friendly. Not friendly. More of a viable option to skip the progression system that was built within the game. And I'd like to see this done in other games, which would allow people to play the game rather than buy their way through the game. At least the multiplayer progression. I mean, I know somebody that's rank 20 and has every rec in the game because he bought rec packs. He's bought, oh god, maybe 200 or so gold packs. Because he has the money to spend, and he can. And he's rank 20 with, a Halo 2 BR and Norn Fangs and Hannibal Mantises and whatnot. And then there are people that are like at level 100. I don't actually know anybody like this, but there are people that are level 100, there has to be, that still don't have some of those ranks. And it sort of kills multiplayer progression. And it saddens me to see that Microsoft are pushing this, you can pay us money to skip playing the game. What's the point in playing then? Thank you very much for watching. My name's been Classy Ham. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment, and remember, stay classy.